What if one of Hollywood's biggest stars suddenly found herself at the center of a legal battle over a company that was supposed to help people with their mental health? Selena Gomez is now facing a lawsuit connected to Wondermind, the wellness company she launched with her mother, Mandy Teefey, and former business partner Daniela Pearson. Investors claim they invested $1.2 million in the company after allegedly being given an overly positive picture of its leadership, resources, and prospects. But Selena's lawyer is pushing back hard, calling the allegations completely meritless and saying his team is preparing to fight the case. And that's where this story gets interesting, because the lawsuit isn't just about money. It raises questions about what was happening inside Wondermind long before these allegations reached a courtroom. Wondermind was never supposed to be just another celebrity business venture. From the beginning, the company was built around a much bigger idea, making mental health conversations feel more accessible and less intimidating. With Selena Gomez attached to the project, the startup immediately had enormous visibility. Her personal connection to mental health made the brand feel authentic to millions of fans, while her mother, Mandy Teefey, and entrepreneur Daniela Pearson brought business experience into the picture. The company quickly attracted serious attention from investors. According to earlier reporting, Wondermind raised millions of dollars and was once valued at around $100 million. That kind of valuation creates huge expectations. Investors weren't simply backing a celebrity name, they were betting that Wondermind could become a major mental health and wellness platform. But behind that promising image, problems were reportedly beginning to build, and eventually, those problems would become impossible to keep out of the spotlight. The first major warning signs appeared when Wondermind's financial problems began spilling into public view. In 2025, reports emerged that employees had experienced problems with getting paid, while the company was also reportedly behind on payments to freelancers and vendors. Then came an even bigger shock. Wondermind dramatically reduced its staff, with reports saying most of its small team was laid off. For a company that had once attracted major attention and investment, the situation looked very different from the polished image people had seen publicly. Wondermind described the situation as part of its growing pains, but the reports raised a much bigger question. How had a company with such a high-profile founder and major ambitions reached this point? Then came another problem. The Cut later published a detailed report describing serious financial and operational turmoil inside the startup. And that's important because those reports came before the current lawsuit. The investors' allegations are now putting those earlier warning signs under an even brighter spotlight. But the biggest question wasn't simply where the money went, it was how involved Selena Gomez actually was in the company's day-to-day future. That question now sits at the center of the lawsuit. What exactly was Selena Gomez's role inside Wondermind? According to the investors' allegations, Selena had a contractual responsibility to help build the company as its head of marketing. They claim her celebrity influence was supposed to help attract attention, partnerships, and customers. But the lawsuit paints a very different picture. The investors allege that some of the partnerships and initiatives presented to them never actually materialized, and they claim the company's planned app was never built. They also allege that Selena became increasingly distant from Wondermind as problems developed. There's another layer to this story, too. The lawsuit points to alleged personal tensions between Selena and her mother, Mandy Teefey, claiming those issues made their continued involvement in the company more difficult. Now, it's important to separate allegations from facts. These claims come from the investors' lawsuit, and Selena's legal team strongly disputes the accusations. But the questions surrounding her involvement are significant because Wondermind wasn't built around an anonymous executive. Selena's name and reputation were one of its biggest assets. And while Selena's role was being questioned, another conflict inside the company was already making headlines. And Selena wasn't the only person caught in the middle of Wondermind's troubles. Her mother, Mandy Teefey, was running the company, while Daniela Pearson was one of the other key figures behind the startup. But their partnership eventually broke apart. Pearson left Wondermind in January 2023 following what was described as an internal dispute. According to the new lawsuit, that internal conflict became part of the larger story surrounding the company's decline. The investors claimed that when they began asking questions about what had happened to Wondermind, responsibility was allegedly being pushed between the people involved. There were also previous reports about tensions surrounding Teefey's management of the company. Some former employees made allegations about the difficulties inside Wondermind, but Teefey strongly denied those claims and said disgruntled former employees were distorting the truth. So now, there are several competing versions of what went wrong. The investors say they were given an inaccurate picture of the company. Teefey has rejected previous allegations about her management, and Selena's attorney says the claims against his client have no merit. But the lawsuit raises one question that could become especially important. What did investors actually believe they were buying into when they put $1.2 million into Wondermind? Because that's where this story moves from an internal company dispute into a serious legal battle. That $1.2 million investment is now at the heart of the legal fight. According to the lawsuit, two companies invested the money into Wondermind in September 2022. The investors claim they were led to believe the startup had the leadership, infrastructure, resources, and business plans needed to become a profitable mental health platform. But they now allege that reality was very different. The plaintiffs claim that some of the partnerships and initiatives discussed with investors never happened. They also allege that the company's planned app was never built, while Wondermind's financial and operational problems remained hidden from them for an extended period. The investors say they only discovered the severity of the situation after media reports began exposing the company's struggles. They are now seeking the return of their investment, along with damages, legal costs, and attorney's fees. The lawsuit also includes claims related to securities fraud, but there's a crucial detail viewers need to understand. These are allegations made by the plaintiffs, not findings that Selena Gomez or the other defendants committed fraud. And Selena's legal team isn't staying quiet. Her attorney has already delivered a very different version of events, and his response could become one of the biggest moments in this entire case. Then Selena Gomez's legal team finally responded, and the message was anything but soft. Her attorney, Matthew Rosengart, completely rejected the allegations against the singer. In a statement, he said the claims suggesting Selena was involved in fraud or other wrongdoing were meritless, both factually and legally. Rosengart also made it clear that Selena isn't planning to simply let the accusations hang over her name. He said her legal team intends to vigorously defend against what they describe as false allegations. But he went one step further. According to the statement, Selena's attorneys are preparing a motion to dismiss the claims against her. That means the legal battle could now shift toward whether the investor's case is strong enough to continue in court, and this creates a fascinating split. On one side, the investors are alleging they were misled about Wondermind's condition and future. On the other, Selena's lawyer says the accusations against her have no legal or factual foundation. Neither side has had the final word yet, and until the court weighs the evidence, one thing remains clear: this story is still developing, and the allegations should not be treated as proven facts. But the bigger question may be what this lawsuit could reveal about Wondermind and Selena's involvement in it as the case moves forward. For Selena Gomez, this legal battle could become much bigger than a dispute over $1.2 million. Wondermind started with a powerful mission, major celebrity backing, and huge expectations. But after years of reported financial and operational problems, the company is now facing a lawsuit that puts its history under a microscope. The investors say they were misled. Selena's lawyer strongly denies the allegations and is preparing to fight them in court. So right now, there is no final verdict on who is telling the full story. What happens next could determine whether this becomes a short-lived legal dispute, or a much deeper examination of what went wrong behind the scenes at Wondermind. And perhaps the biggest question is still unanswered. Was Wondermind simply a promising startup that collapsed under pressure? Or will this lawsuit uncover something far more complicated? That's the part we'll be watching as the case develops.